Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. So in this video we're going to do chapter 4 verse 37 and it's going to be a quick thing. Let's dive straight into the verse and let's sing it together. 437. यथेधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निर्भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा. Okay. This is a fun verse. As a blazing fire turns firewood to ashes, O Arjuna, so does the fire of knowledge burn to ashes all reactions to material activities. This is so great because what he's saying is that just as a fire turns wood into ashes, in the same way, all of your karma gets burned when you have this knowledge. Okay, so let's go into the word-by-word translation. Yate dhansi samidhognir. Agni is fire. So yatha, just as. Edham si. Firewood. Samidha, blazing. Agni, fire. So just as blazing firewood, blazing fire. Bhasma sat kurute Arjuna. O Arjuna. Bhasma sat, into ashes. Kurute, turns. Just as firewood by the blazing fire turns into ashes, O Arjuna. Jnana Agnihi. Gyan Agni. Gyan is knowledge, Agni is fire. So Gyan Agni Sarva Karmani. The fire of knowledge Bhasma sat kurute tatha. Bhasma sat, again to ashes, it turns. Kurute tatha, similarly. All reactions to material activity. Sarva karmani. All sarva karma is actions, right? So all karmani, reactions to material activity. So just as a blazing fire turns firewood to ashes, all of your karma get burned in knowledge when you have knowledge. The fire of knowledge burns all of your karma. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? All of our karma just gets burned in the fire of knowledge. As soon as we have knowledge, the knowledge that we are not this body, we are not a man and woman, all of this stuff that I've been freaking out about, men and women, but he's propagating it. So I don't know how to not freak out about it, because my problem is not about being a woman. My problem is about Prabhupada potentially not being loving, because he's not loving to women. He's being mean to women, but whatever. Yeah. So perfect knowledge of self and super self of their relationship is compared to fire. This fire not only burns up all reactions to impious activities, but also all reactions to pious activities, turning them to ashes. So there's no reaction, basically. There's no reaction in the making, reaction fructifying, reaction already achieved, reaction before. All of the everything. But knowledge burns everything to ashes. So when one is in complete knowledge, then all of these things are consumed. And Swami Mukundanand's translation is amazing. Even a spark of fire has the potential to become a major thing and burn down huge heaps of combustible material, cities, whatever, So we have a heap of karmas attached to each of us. Now, if we want to exhaust these karma by reaping their results, it'll take many more lifetimes. And meanwhile, we will accumulate further karmas. And it's an endless process. We will not be able to exhaust everything. But Sri Krishna assures Arjuna that knowledge has the power to burn our entire heap of karmas in this lifetime itself. That is because knowledge of the soul and its relationship with God leads us to surrender to Him. And when we surrender to Him, all of our karma gets burned. And when we surrender to God, He burns our stockpile of endless lifetimes of karmas and releases us from material bondage. That's why we can go back to God and back to Godhead, is because of all of our karmas get burned and released, and then we are able to go back home. And we're not accumulating new karmas. I am very excited about this process of reading the Gita, and I want to know exactly how, because there's going to be so much more information that comes in. Like this, we're in Karma Yoga for the first 6 chapters, and then Bhakti Yoga and Jnana Yoga. There are these 3 big sections, I think, of the Gita. And I am just extremely eager to read and to figure out exactly. I mean, I think the answer is pretty clear that Prabhupada said that just chant chant 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day, and eat prasadam, and follow the 4 regulative principles, and that's it. That's enough knowledge that we need to go back to God in this lifetime. That's what I learned this weekend in the in-person Bhagavad Gita class as well, which triggered me, but then it had this really beautiful thing. So I mean, yes, we do need total surrender to God and everything, but we don't need all of that in order to go to Golok. In this lifetime itself, just doing this, we can go back to God. And yeah, okay. That's it for this video. We will do chapter 4, verse 38 in the next video. Wish you a day filled with spiritual growth. Radhe Radhe.